Hello everyone, my name is Adelanda, and in case you've forgotten, this is Solarpunking, where we discuss solarpunk ideology, things we can do in our communities to make them better, and ways to build a world that we want to live in. It has been a while, and I apologize. I don't know what to say other than a lot of things happened at once that caused me to miss over a month, maybe 2 months now of podcast days, and I have so many things I want to do. I'm not prepared right now to do any of them, but I did want to let everyone know that the podcast is still active. For those of you who are curious and just like, what the heck, where you been? Well, let me tell you. First, my other laptop is not working correctly. It's still functional, but it kept doing this thing where it would stutter. And sometimes when I was typing, if I brushed the mouse pad the wrong way, it would highlight my text. And then when I hit the next letter, it would delete everything. And that just kept happening. And secondly, when I would close the screen and reopen it, it would be completely white. Now, I had a Surface Laptop Go, and I was entering my final season. So obviously I panicked, so I went on the hunt to find another one, and lo and behold, I selected the third generation Surface Laptop Go. So it's not like I, got anything extravagant, but I do have a new laptop now. I haven't been able to record anything or finish my writing because after I got the laptop, I dove directly into finals. And my podcasting equipment is still packed up. I'm recording this on my Pixel. So hopefully by next week, I'll have an episode ready to go. I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that we are still here. I'm not going anywhere. This podcast has brought me so much joy. There's so many things I want to talk about. I know I have talked about the public lands episode so many times without actually presenting it to you, but it took so much work because I wanted to talk about land back and public land, and I wanted to do it right. I didn't want to just present something that I thought was interesting. I wanted to make sure I included those important voices so that I'm not taking someone else's story and telling it the way I think it should be told. So I put a lot of work into that. I'm pretty happy with where it went, and I'm going to finish that and see if I can get it out within the next 2 or 3 episodes. So it won't be the next one, but I am still working on it. Secondly, I'm also in labor law, which is really interesting because I've been doing a lot of pro bono work lately, a lot of volunteer work lately. And I really wanted to talk about the labor movements of REI and Starbucks because I have ties to both of those companies. My brother worked at Starbucks for a really long time, so I was a long-time customer with loyalty points and everything. And I am a member of the REI co-op. So I'd like to cover both of those labor movements, how they're going, and talk about the broader reach of labor organizing in the US at least. And finally, I kind of have some new ideas for the podcast that I'm still sort of scratching out. Now that I have the new computer, I can brainstorm a little better, but I'm working on a new project that I'll introduce a little ways down the line where I'm going to be focusing on agriculture. Like I said, I work in labor law as well, but specifically I work with farmers. So that journey has been really rewarding for me, learning about labor organizing from that perspective here. So I want to do a little bit with that as well. I'm not really fully fleshed out on that idea yet, so I'm still working on it, but I hope to share some of that soon. Lastly, I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed while I was gone. I fully expected to lose listeners. I thought some of you will think that the podcast isn't active anymore and maybe leave or, get bored with waiting for a new episode and clear out your subscriptions. But I've actually grown a little bit over the time I've been gone, which was a pleasant surprise. So I hope I can build an interesting show for those of you who will be joining us on our Sunday. I'm going to be continuing to dive into like mutual aid and some good organizations that you can donate some funds to if you have excess funds and you're looking for a way to start doing that. But other than that, I hope to see you guys next Sunday. I'm going to have an episode up. I do know which one I want to do. It's one of the shorter ones, so it shouldn't be too complicated to get that out while I'm working on the other longer projects. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. And you know, it's getting really hot where I live, so please drink your water, stay hydrated and motivated. Peace.